roll. She gets up to 5. Fortunately, that means Kill Cash rolled the lowest.
Bullshit.
But we won't know what that means for a bit. Alright, how are y'all doing?
Not bad. How about yourself?
Pretty good.
Sounds like I
sorry,
won't stab up.
I just had the biggest yawn ever. Did you just wake up, Sad?
Yeah, luckily, him calling me on Snapchat, made my phone ring full volume, but,
Okay.
phone call, but, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't have a better excuse.
No worries. You still have work in 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
Just call off simple.
Easy.
Come cover my shift then.
Yeah, Muffin, just drive down there.
You gonna give me the gas money?
You gonna pay me for my time off?
No, you gotta pay it towards me plus gas money and maintenance on my vehicle.
Maintenance as well. Sheesh.
Yeah. Cutting a hard bargain. Alright, can anybody give me a summary of what happened last time? Thankfully, it's only been a week now instead of 6 weeks.
Right.
We found a little golden stag and we approached it and it turned into a little, I think he said it was elfish, little half-elf guy, and yeah. That's
Elfish, yeah.
elfish deer, and he said he was under some sort of curse and he was kind of seeking help and asked pretty directly if he could travel with us to I don't know if it was our final stop, but yeah, our run
Arun.
That was definitely at the very end though. There's stuff that happened before that though, but he is traveling with us as Aveline's the excuse being one of her things. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna pretend he's my familiar.
That's the word I was looking for, yeah.
Yep, that was one of the things that happened. I know another thing y'all did was tried to keep an eye on the cultist caravan, right?
I think so, yeah.
And they killed one of their members in the forest.
Do you remember what that was after?
It was before the deer. It was after the definitely after the releasing the horse.
It was after I think y'all went and talked to them about this for a little bit, but as they were going around a corner, one of their wheels fell off and one of the wagons overturned, spilling out a bunch of the it's called just expensive varied goods that they happened to be carrying. Definitely not stolen. But that all spilled out onto the roads, and I think Kill Cash went to offer to help clean it up and almost got in a spat with 2 of them.
And they got scared of my strength.
Intimidated the shit out of them, and then they apologized. And then y'all also got to Dragonspear.
Yeah, and we got to go talk to the town. Learn a little bit of backstory.
Indeed. We got to the town, so we got to Dragonspear. Killcash got to meet Squeeb Sr., who not only sharpened his axe, but provided a little bit of information, a little bit of dialogue between the two. Killcash gave Squeeb Sr. one of his bear totems that he had been crafting as part of his class specialization. Then I think all of y'all went together and got dinner, as well as got some drinks afterwards, sort of in the town. What was it? I think it was the town hall, where y'all talked for a while, got some information that essentially Squeeb and his crew had been here about a week earlier, but have since left and sort of got some history on the town that there had been this war and they'd lost a bunch of soldiers in the war, which explained kind of why the town was mostly filled with the elderly and the young. There's kind of a lack of young adults in the area. I think all of y'all got wasty, if I remember correctly, because y'all, I think on the first sip,
I passed
who-
first sip. It was second sip for me.
yeah. So I think it was Ray, first sip went down,
Yeah.
and then
Aveline.
second sip, Kill Cash third sip. Only Squeeb Senior making it all the way through. What a legend! What a legend! And I think Kill Cash almost got in another fight at the bar.
Yeah.
Somehow managed to avoid that one as well, which I think Aveline called him a pussy for, or a coward or something like that.
I can't remember.
Mm.
I just know I made him
Maybe.
quiver in his boots.
Poor old veteran. But yeah, that was it. At this point, y'all are getting close to the town of Daggerford. Y'all are around
About
is it
midway.
here? Yeah, maybe a little more than midway. Y'all probably like another 2 days travel
Probably
from
about, like,
Daggerford.
right there.
Yeah, ish. Maybe a little further south, but essentially, y'all had passed the Trollbark Forest, I believe is where y'all had met Arun Windcaller, sort of at the very northern corner of that, and I think it's been another day or two since.
Okay.
So y'all are around there, a few days away from Daggerford, which will be the last stop before y'all get to Waterdeep. So we're going to do a couple more days of just life on the road where y'all get to decide if you want to do anything. I'll let you know if there's a random event that happens, and then we'll arrive at Daggerford. Sound good?
Sweet.
Cool. Does anybody recall exactly what day we were on?
You said how long of a journey it was again? 40, 45 or something like that?
It was 40 in total.
We're definitely past halfway mark.
Yeah, I think we
I
were
think
in
we're
wanna
like
say y'all were at, like,
40.
mid-late 20s, I think.
Mid,
Yeah, I was
yeah,
I was gonna say I thought it was around like 26 or something.
We'll go with 26.
almost 30.
Okay. Well, we'll say it's 10 days from Daggerford to Waterdeep. Actually, let's say it's like 8. So we'll say it's another 6 days to Daggerford. How about that?
Okay.
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 Actually, no, let's do 10.
Okay.
Because just I've got random events set up a certain way. So instead, we'll say it's day 26 now. You're going to get to Daggerford at day 30. All right. So day 26, y'all have Arun with you. Y'all have noticed, y'all sort of taken notice of the caravan, and it's got all those different variety of trade goods isn't the right word, just a variety of expensive items, all sort of collected together in different chests and whatnot in their caravan. After which they killed one of their guards. Y'all have passed on that Arun is a familiar of Aveline. Trying to think if there's anything else. And y'all have left Dragonspear for a while now. Okay, yeah. Day 26 then. Is there anything in particular you want to do or investigate?
I can't think of nothing.
Just at nighttime, I'll send out my actual familiar, which is an owl, to watch the cultist group.
Okay.
That's it for me, really.
Can you roll me just a raw d20?
Ooh, nice.
Okay. As you're, it's still an owl, I remember, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. As you're sort of looking one night, your owl's sort of flying around. When you think it spots something, sort of what do we call it? An interesting looking mark on one of the chests.
Hmm.
Would you care to take a closer look?
Yeah, I'll have my owl get a bit closer.
Okay. Let's have the owl do a stealth check, which I can't remember. Does it have something specific that gives it advantage? It's got like quiet feathers or something like that.
Here, let me just bring it up.
Because it should have a stat block of its own, I think, right?
Yeah, so are you looking for like its stats?
Does it have any specific abilities around stealth?
It has flyby. It doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach. And it has keen hearing and sight, which has advantage on wisdom (brackets perception) checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm gonna give you advantage anyways because it's night and owls are pretty stealthy. So give me with the owl stat block, give me a stealth check with advantage.
2 nat ones.
It could happen.
All under Dex. That's Command/R for roll.
Yeah.
I think so. You think you can do /R space D20?
Well, you gotta put the 1d20.
Oh, do you? In that case, you could
Yeah.
do 2 D20 to do with advantage. Was it /R space 2 space
No,
D20?
it's /R, then space, then 1d20 plus whatever that is.
So a 14 and a 13. So
Okay.
14's the highest.
You're able to. You are able to get a little bit closer. You're not going to be able to make out fully what it does because there's a couple guards that are sort of standing close to the wagon, but you are able to get close enough to see that it seems to be a mark on the chest indicating it's sort of like what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a town or city sigil. It's kind of like the emblem that would be associated with the town. You can't make out the finer details of it, but you can make that much information out from that check.
Okay.
What is that owl's armor class?
11.
As you're getting closer to that treasure chest, an arrow flies and shoots right by the owl, just barely missing it. As you look around, you can see that one of the caravan leaders has jumped down from a wagon, pulled out a longbow, and started firing at your familiar.
I'm going to have him run away.
Okay. I'll let you do that without opposition since you're still flying up in the air. But surely that will have drawn attention as well as some suspicion from the cultist.
Owl at night time. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Anything else?
I'm good. I'll call him back, put him back in my shadow or wherever he comes from.
Okay. In that case, we are going to move to day 27. Anything in particular y'all want to do?
Well,
Just chilling, vibing with my card dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Sab, anything from your side? Just want to make sure you're still awake, paying attention over there.
hey now.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing of consequence happens on day 27. Day 28. On the morning of day 28, Aveline is approached by what she would recognize as the caravan guard who had shot at her owl familiar the other night.
Oh, of course.
He approaches your wagon to come take a look at. The word has spread around plenty at this point about the golden deer that y'all are traveling with. And sort of this familiar that nobody's recognized or seen before. And he comes to ask you a few questions about it. He's like, oh, so that's quite the interesting familiar you have there. You're somewhat of a spellcaster?
Just a little bit. I know a few things that were passed down to family, but that's about it.
Interesting. I've never heard of a deer familiar before. Usually they're smaller things, like rats, cats, owls. You can tell he's gauging for a reaction from you.
I'm just gonna try my best to, calm, cool, and collected. Yeah, it's a family spell. It runs in the family, like it's secretly taught to siblings and all that. It's a secret family magic spell.
All right. What is Ray doing during this?
Um,
I assume
I
you'd
guess I would be
somewhere nearby.
we were just in the caravan and he came in.
Mm-hmm. Just like during the day, as the caravan was traveling, he just came by.
I guess I'll. I don't know. I'm sorry, my brain is still much. I guess I'll have that I was walking around and walking into the conversation at this point, and I walked in and, what's going on? Because I don't recognize this person that's talking to Aveline.
Okay, in that case, Aveline, just give me a deception check.
There.
Certainly, I've heard of some more powerful magics, being handed down in powerful families and whatnot. Is that why you're going to Waterdeep? Is that where you're from?
Yeah. One of my the main family lives in Waterdeep. I was over at a different family members in Baldur's Gate, and I figured it was high time I went back home, and this was the perfect opportunity.
Oh, very interesting. Well, certainly glad to have you along. Always good to have a few spell slingers around. Feel free to stop by our camp some night if you'd ever like to. We're always happy to share our supplies.
Thank you. Which card are you from again?
Oh, he points over to one of the group of 3 wagons. He points to the second one up there and says, "Oh, I'm the organizer for that second wagon up front."
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, I'll try and stop by one of these nights and we can share some stories and stuff. Would it
wonderful.
be okay if I brought my companion along here? Pointing to Ray.
Sure, of course. The more the merrier.
Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
He smiles like one of the most fake smiles you could ever see, and then as he turns around, you can just see it evaporate from his face, and he returns to his caravan. Or his wagon, rather.
I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, I'll go over there so you can kill me. Sure, I will.
All right. Anything else y'all want to do on day 28?
I can't think of nothing. Just chilling as usual.
I'm gonna talk to dear guy, Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell him basically, have your guard up just in case. I think some people considered bad guys have taken some interest in your golden self. So do you have any like telepathic spells or anything?
He. Let's see. I hadn't thought of what class he would be. Oh no, we said he was a druid before. Let me see if druids have this spell. It's gonna be kind of tricky because remember, even if he has some sort of telepathic spell, when he's in his deer form, he can only speak Sylvan.
That's fine.
Um, telepathic spell. He's going to shake his head.
Okay. I'm gonna. So, we're gonna talk for a bit here. I'm gonna ask him. Okay. There's gonna be a few words. I just need you to relay back to me so I understand what they are. If you need help, say help in whatever language it is. And I'm gonna try and memorize that word. And then carriage or cart, whatever that is in his language. I'm gonna try and memorize that word. And
Help or carriage.
help.
Okay, he repeats those words to you back as you say them. Again, it doesn't really sound like anything in particular to you, but you can make an effort to try and recall the
differentiate.
sounds they make.
Okay. And kidnap is the last one.
Okay.
Oh, help, carriage, and kidnap. So if he needs help at the carriage, say help carriage or carriage. If you just need help, say help. If you've been kidnapped, just say kidnap.
Okay.
Pretty simple words.
He repeats all those back to you. Again, you're not recognizing any of them, so it sounds like gibberish to you, but you can try and recall those sounds if you'd like.
Perfect. Yep.
Okay.
He's kidnapped. How does he tell us that he's kidnapped?
Just says kidnapped.
just-
I'm going to assume the cultist.
That's a great question. Yeah, because he also doesn't have any telepathic ability to send you that, so he would just be speaking to you, and then I assume you'd be able to see it happening.
Yeah.
Maybe he yells it, but that's going to be about the limit of what he can do. But it's a good idea.
Right.
Okay. Anything else y'all want to do on day 28?
I am unaware of what's going on so far, so I'm just still vibing.
Okay. Muffin, since you are, like you said, just vibing and undistracted by random interviews by other wagon leaders and conversations with speaking golden deers, why don't you give me a nature check? And you can give me advantage since, well, I won't say why, but you can give me advantage. You can have
13.
advantage. 13. Let's see. As y'all are traveling, you seem to notice 2 large eagles flying above, but that wouldn't be unusual for the area.
Okay.
Cool. Alright, nothing else y'all want to do on day 28?
Negatory.
No.
Excuse me.
Alrighty, then. Alright. As night falls, Kilcash, you still see you still see those eagles flying by, but they seem to have gotten even larger as they've gotten closer. And unfortunately, it's not until the last second that you realize those are, in fact,
Griffins.
not eagles. Those are nasty little enemies called peritons.
Oh, I was gonna say griffin.
Nothing that dangerous, thankfully. I'll post it in chat so y'all can get a sense of what it looks like. That's a periton. It's like the body of an eagle with the head of almost like a weird jackalope stag kind of thing.
Okay.
So 2 of those are flying down, swooping to attack y'all. And I'm going to need everybody to roll for initiative.
Yes, it's about time. Shit. Initiative, so 2. What the hell? She got +7. What the hell?
I have an ability.
Oh, and you cannot be surprised either, right?
Nope, I can't be surprised.
Oh, lucky you. Lucky
Damn.
you.
Zab.
Sorry, it's taken me a very long time to wait. So,
Roll for initiative.
what's the not charisma? What's the thing for it?
Should be your dexterity. Or
Dexterity. Yeah.
or if you've got any other adjustment to it. I don't think you do, though. Hey, look at that. Righty then. Aveline, kill cash.
You don't roll anything else to the initiative thing, do you?
Not unless you have specific abilities or some other equipment or something that changes it. That's like Aveline has a feat that keeps her from being surprised and gives her +5 on initiative.
Damn.
And other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against me as a result of being unseen by me.
Yeah. Let me get some ACs down. Ray, what is your AC and HP?
13 is the AC. HP is 33.
Okay. Aveline?
13 AC, 31 HP.
Okay, kill cash.
1 second. AC is 14. HP is 37.
All right, so these peritons are going to fly down. They've got a surprise round since y'all didn't catch them. Aveline cannot be surprised, though. But as you might suspect, as the bird-like creatures that they are very attracted to shiny things. So they are swooping down towards Arun, and they are going to attack the first threats they see in the area. One is going to attack Aveline, the other is going to attack Ray. On Ray, they're going to have advantage because they've essentially ambushed you. And they are going to hit.
So they go before me?
Yep. They rolled a 20. Not a nat 20, they got a dirty 20.
Oh shit.
Do we get any kind of map so I can see the threats around us?
Yeah, I can add one in just a second. You take 17 points of damage from that attack.
What?
Yup.
Nat 20. Critical.
You do this to me every time. When I get this attack, you're like -20.
That wasn't even a crit. That was they have a special ambushing ability. that does extra damage. The other one's going to attack Aveling. You said it doesn't get advantage from being unseen.
Nope.
Okay,
It does
so
not
it's
get advantage.
oh, it rolled really well. You are going to take 19 points of damage.
What the?
Damn. It looks like it's all time for old Killcast to shine.
He's gonna shine. We're all gonna be dead already.
Yeah, let's get y'all
Can I
on a
cast
map.
Hellish
So we can
Rebuke?
you can if you'd like.
I did cast Hellish Rebuke. I did not appreciate that hit.
Said, excuse me, rude.
Very rude, bird.
I have it too, and I did consider it, but I was like, whatever.
This is a map we've used before, but let's drop you in here. Yeah. As you can see, because there's people in here.
Oh, they have a DC 12 dexterity save. And if it does hit, 11 damage. They save it's half.
Actually, I've got a road. This will work even better. Let's pop it all in here. Even better. All right, can y'all drop? We'll just say kind of in the middle of the map, anywhere around here. Oh, it's actually the three of them already.
Oh yeah, because
Oh
this
my
is
God.
the one we were on when we fought the doppelgangers.
Oh, was it? You're right. Yeah,
Oh,
you're
shit.
totally right.
You have to get rid of that then, Balls. I didn't realize that was on the thing.
No worries, I'll get rid of the other. Alright. Can I just drop this straight on? Oh my God, it's massive. Okay, so y'all would have been in separate wagons, so let's maybe do like Jelly back here. All right, and then we're also gonna have some guards from the other caravans. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and drop. Shove Aaron in there as well. Just because this is an old. Still haven't said that, so. I'm just trying to get some little guys.
I will stream earlier soon.
Now we're gonna have some other guards.
I'm only stopped playing like 8 minutes ago. Not playing, like stream 8 minutes ago. How's your food? Oh, stop it, Muffin. Stop it, you.
Oh my goodness, they're multiplying.
Huh?
Yep. So these are some of the guards from the other group. They were at sort of the front of the caravan. And then I think there were at least two others on the other caravan. So these are like all our support guards, essentially. We'll see if that's enough.
I forgot I'm recording. Someone fucking followed me and scared the shit out of me.
Oh, in your
Yeah.
OBS or something?
Streamlabs. Because
I gotcha.
Sony once recorded sessions of this since I could do it now, and I'm watching someone else too while we're doing this, and popped up, scared the absolute everload shit out of me.
All right. So the Peritons have made their attacks. Ray, since this is a surprise round, you're not going to be able to do anything. Aveline, on the other hand, you are going to be able to go ahead and go.
I did a hellish rebuke.
Oh, as your reaction, that's right. What did you say I need to roll for that?
Dexterity save.
Okay.
The DC 12.
They've. Oh no, never mind. They succeed.
So they take half of 11, so 5 or 6, whichever way you want to.
We always round down.
Okay, so 5 damage. Then it's my turn.
Yep, go for it.
Is it close range or?
It is very much close range. They are on top of you.
I'm gonna go in with my rapier.
Okay.
9.
Is that 9 total? Yeah. That misses, unfortunately. You swing your rapier, and it is just hard to hit the thing as it's swooping around, flying.
Okay. And I guess that's it for me.
Okay. In that case, let's go to Killcash, who it's going to skip again, because of surprise round, and then it's the guards, who are also in surprise round. So their turn is going to skip.
Kill Kashangi.
Next thing, it's going to be back up to the turn order, where the Peritons are going to go again. And it is going to swing at you, or it's going to try and bite you, Aveline. See how it rolls. What's your AC again? 13?
13.
It misses. So let's go to the other Periton. It is going to come for the prey it was originally intending, and it is going to attack Arun, who winces as a chunk of flesh is taken out of the side of him. He takes 7 points of damage.
Eek.
Not my boy.
All right, and it's going to be Ray's turn.
I'm going to use Chill Touch. Let's see.
On the one closest to you.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it needs to make a save, right?
Yeah. I will copy and paste as I read it.
Oh no, that is a ranged spell attack, so you need to attack it.
Wait, do I have that? Oh wait, yeah, I have that saved in my. There. Oh.
Ooh, nat 20. Okay. Well, that definitely hits. Roll for damage, and then we'll double.
Mm.
No. Tale of extremes, unfortunately.
I hate it. Why is
Wow,
this?
you got the nat 20 and then the nat 1.
Yeah.
Your hand of the dead just smacks the shit out of that bird. But seeing as it's a limp little skeletal hand, it really doesn't do all that much. But you definitely hit it, and you did what you could. So it takes 2 points of damage.
I don't know if the bird has any higher thinking, but I imagine having its thought being like, "Oh shit," and then just kind of like looks at me confused.
It just strokes its feathers a little bit. It's like, what the hell? All right. Anything else on your turn?
So the hand still is like attached to it, and it doesn't have advantage. It can't. It has disadvantage on its rolls against me. Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's only if it's an undead target, which it definitely is not.
Yeah, that's valid. Okay. Yeah, it's a...
All right. Going on to Aveline.
1 second.
1.
Color spray. What does it do again? 60, 10. How long are they blind for with color spray?
That's a good question for
It doesn't. Until the spell ends. 1 round.
Um,
Or they're just blind till the end of turn. That's what I'll do. I'm going to cast color spray.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your 60-10. Are you going to aim it so that it's hitting both of them?
Yeah, I'll aim it so it just hits both of them.
Okay. 60-10.
Damn.
31. Okay, that is enough to get the one in front of you. So this guy.
And
You've activated my trap card.
okay, because he's blind, can I do a sneak attack on him?
I'll allow it. Yeah. But that was your action for this turn, yeah?
True. True, that was the action. Okay, so I'll just. It's nothing really
Little
else to do with
condition.
my bonus. Unless I can, like, hide in my spot to go in for a sneak attack next turn.
Well, also you have. Well, actually, you don't have an ally in range right now, or at least a fighting one. But if you were fighting next to, if you attack the one in the middle, for instance, that one is in attacking range of both you and Ray, so you would automatically get sneak attack.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Where it says sneak attack if it's engaged with a friendly person.
Okay. I see.
So like
I
it's
already used up
essentially
my.
in melee engagement distance with another person.
I
But
already-
yeah, I'll say, assuming no positions changed, like at the start of next round, you could get a sneak attack on either of them. Make sense?
Yep, that ends my turn.
Okay. Going to kill Cash then.
Well, as what Killcast does best, I'm gonna go into rage,
Do it.
and I'm going to this guy right here.
Okay. Go for it. You're about to make this fight a lot harder.
What do you mean make it a lot harder?
Those are friendlies.
Oh, those are friends. I thought those were. Okay. hold on,
No,
I-
those are the guards for the
I-
rest of the
Fight the two
caravan.
birds.
How am I supposed to fucking know? Okay, we take that. We take that back. Well, either way, I'm in rage.
I was like, you're about to
Well,
attack
you
his
just you
ally.
didn't say anything about. I didn't hear anything
I
about
did.
that.
I said those. I said
Oh,
those
I
were the
zoned out.
guards for the other wagons.
Oh, wait.
There's
I was just-
5 for the group of 3
I'm-
that y'all are
motherfucker. I'm gonna
investigating, and then
move
there's
right
2 for the other.
here then, because. Well, actually, hold on. I was right there. Actually, hold on. Yeah, actually, you know what? I changed that. I'm going straight up to this bird.
Okay.
And then I am going to attack, so I need with rage. Doesn't rage give me +1 to that? No, that's my
on your attack? No, that's just your weapon. You have a plus one, right?
+1. So
You do have advantage on your next three attacks,
yeah.
remember?
So 5 plus okay, so it's 7.
Jeez.
11. Fuck.
You got advantage on it, roll again.
Oh yeah, duh. 18.
18 hits.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
1d12 plus 6. Right? No, 5.
The plus your strength plus 1.
Okay, so it's 5. I want to make
Okay.
sure. 14.
Okay. It takes 7 points of damage.
7?
It resists slashing damage.
Oh, that's bullshit. Fuck this bird.
Yeah, y'all getting higher level now, so things are starting to be not so easy to kill. Got to think creatively.
And I guess that's gonna end my turn.
Oh, wait, that's this one. Okay. Now the guards are gonna start moving in.
Good thing I didn't kill him.
Thank God you didn't kill them.
I thought they were enemies or for something for a minute, like that one you were saying earlier.
God, it would have been so funny if you just didn't say anything until you're like telling him about the kill. You're like, the guard's eyes widen. He says, "What are you doing?" And you kill him.
Okay. I know you didn't like those guys that were like guarding the other caravans, but like I didn't realize you were gonna kill them like first chance you got.
Shut up. Holy shit, he's fast as fuck. Man, these fuckers got some movement.
Slowly creeps up right behind me. Oh, never mind. All the way over to the other side.
So several of them had to use their dashes to get there. So the only ones that didn't dash were
I didn't even
these
see
two.
that guy.
So they are both going to attack with the bows that they have. First one misses, second one misses. Lovely.
You guys suck!
Not doing too hot. That is going to be the guard's turn, so it's going to go back up to the Perrytons. Which this one is blind, so I'm actually going to roll the dice to see who it attacks. It attacks Kill Cash.
Bruh.
It's going to have disadvantage because it's blind. 12.
Nope.
Misses, right? Yeah.
It misses.
Okay. And in its frenzy, it is going to use an action surge, and it is going to attack you again
Bruh.
with disadvantage, and it's going to miss again.
Ha, fuck you, bird.
All right, this bird, on the other hand, is not blind. It's going to attack the guard behind it. It hits. Okay, that guard takes 8 points of damage. And then it is going to action surge and attack again.
Well, we're losing a guard.
Hits again. That guard is dead.
Oh.
Alright, that's their turn. Ray, you are up.
What you were saying to Aveline about the sneak attack, does anything that applies to me too, right? I don't know what.
Sneak attack is unique to rogues.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
That's an ability of a rogue. It's called sneak attack, and you deal bonus damage with it and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I missed that. I wasn't sure if that was anything relevant to me with those
Nope.
creatures. I'll do blast on the one closest to me.
Okay. That hits. Roll for damage. Ooh, there you go.
Oh, fucking tell.
Yeah, if only you'd gotten the crit on that one. That almost would have killed it in one shot. All right, 13 points of damage. That's one angry bird. License pending. All right. Anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay, Aveline, you're up.
I'm gonna go in with my rapier and attack the one right in front of my golden buddy with a sneak attack.
Okay. Roll to hit. 22 definitely hits. All right, roll for damage. So first roll the damage of your weapon, and then add your sneak attack to it.
Which is 2d6.
Okay, so 9. I think you technically add it, and then we'll resist. Yeah. Okay, so 12 total. It So yeah, it also resists piercing, so it's going to take 6 points of damage total.
Piercing and slashing? What kind of bird is this?
Magical.
It's a tough bird. All right, Killcash, you're up.
It's not dead.
Nope. Oh, Killcash, actually, you were in rage, right? Did you add 2 damage from being in rage?
I
don't think you did you?
Yeah,
You gotta remember that.
Okay, we'll let it slide this time. But
nope,
okay.
I added it in because I remembered now. But just you gotta remember to make those modifiers.
Yeah.
Or at least help me remember, because it's hard for me to keep track of everyone.
I completely forgot about it. So we're gonna attack Mr. Blind Bird.
Okay, you get advantage again. Well, 17's enough to hit, so let's just check if you crit. Oh, one away from the crit. All right, roll for damage. So +2 from rage, +1 from your weapon, +4 from strength. So I had 7.
18.
18, halved to 9.
Is he dead?
He is not dead.
Brother.
He's not looking great, but he is not dead yet. Now it's going to go to the guards, who... Let's start with this one in the back, and this one down here again. They are going to attack with their bows. One misses, the other actually crits. Muffin, I'll let you know that it's this guard in particular that crit and put an arrow straight through the eye of this bird, killing it.
I kill that guard.
You do whatever you want to do. But one of the parrotsons goes down. The rest are going to move in for melee range attacks.
I'll look back at that guard and give him the finger. That's my kill.
How many do we have around it? 4?
4.
Y'all have completely surrounded this thing, my god.
You can make it 5. There's one guard right there.
Oh, that one already attacked? That used a bow?
Oh.
Okay, miss. And then the last one got a crit too. What do you know?
DM's using up all the d20s.
So it swings with a mace and hits the bird, dealing 6 damage. But that bird is still standing. So it's going to go to its turn. It is actually going to fly, and it has an ability. It also has flyby, so it doesn't take attacks of opportunity when it moves.
Yes, it does.
So sensing that it's in trouble, it's going to try and get as much flesh off of our friend Arun here and try and run away. So it is going to attack Arun. Oh, crit fail though. It attacks and it gets kind of stuck in in the wagon, up in like the tarp of the wagon. So it's having a hard time escaping and immediately ends its turn. Obviously, like a bird when it gets in a place where it shouldn't, it's just flapping all around. It's essentially a chicken now. It can't get anywhere. Just a big, fat, magical chicken. So Ray, it's going to be your turn.
I want to go in for chill touch again with the skeleton hand.
Okay. 17 hits. Roll for damage.
Eek.
Every
2
time with this.
points of damage.
Hey, it's not a 1.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Nada.
All right, Ray, you're up. Or sorry, Aveline,
Oh,
you're up.
okay.
Close range.
Yep, still close enough to attack.
Full sneak attack worthy.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with my rapier.
Okay.
23.
A 23 certainly hits. One off the crit again.
Damn.
3 piercing damage.
Plus my sneak attack.
Plus 8, so 11
Five.
reduced to 5. All right, it is flapping around wildly. It is very mad and very nearly dead. Kill Cash. What are you going to do?
I'm taking my opportunity.
All right, go for it.
I have one
19?
more.
With advantage, yeah. Just check if you crit. Oh.
Same roll twice.
Yeah, as if the fates ordained it. Go ahead and roll for damage.
12 plus
Add 7. Yep.
16.
16. Okay, so as this Peryton's flapping around wildly, its antlers tear through the canvas as it begins to try and fly away. It sticks its head out, but just as it does that, Muffin, Kill Cash jumps up onto the wagon and swings his great axe in a horizontal motion and just cleaves the bird's head clean off.
Hell yeah.
And with that, y'all have ended combat. Congratulations.
Can I quickly, after it died, go
Mhm.
over to Arn and give him a healing potion?
Sure. Just make sure you mark that off your inventory and let me know how much does it heal him for.
It's 1d8, right?
I believe it's 2d4 plus 2 if it's a minor
Yeah,
healing potion.
a regular healing potion. You add 2d4 plus 4 or plus 2. I mean.
Two d4 plus 4.
11. All right, he is back to full health.
Nothing to see here. He
Um,
wasn't injured.
And I mean, you just like bleeding out with like the minus
Yeah,
20.
I'm halfway dead almost. Dying.
With that, this guard who put the arrow through the eye of that bird comes up. You recognize it's that same leader of one of the wagons who had come up to you before. He goes, "Oh, you're familiar there, all right?"
Yep. Yeah, he is.
Ah, yeah. Well, never seen somebody give a familiar a health potion before.
Yeah, it's not. He's not a magical entity. Like, he is still a living creature.
So
It's not.
He's
He's a familiar.
more of an animal companion by the sound of it, perhaps.
I'm going to do like this, like flesh looking down his eye, be like, perhaps, but familiar sounds better.
Well, if I hadn't seen that color spray at the beginning, I'd start to think you were lying to me about being a spellcaster. Not often you find folks lying about those kind of things.
Yeah, I just think the find familiar spell is cooler.
Well, if he's more of a companion, you wouldn't be happen to be willing to part ways with him, would you?
No, he's runs in the family. Like he still runs in the family as an animal companion.
Hmm.
And I have to take him to Waterdeep, back to the main house.
Sound like some fancy noble or something, eh? Well, as I said, you're welcome to come by still. I'd love to hear more stories about how he came to be inherited into the family.
Sounds good. It was multiple generations ago. But sure.
He sort of
That's
with a blank face, just sort of nods his head and turns around and motions to his other guards to head out. And they all move up to their wagons and leave. And the caravan proceedeth onward. Let's get y'all back on that. All right, that was day 28. All right, so overnight, y'all all long rest up while y'all are on your various different shifts and whatnot. So y'all are all back to full health now.
I mean, I didn't lose health, so I'm golden.
Yeah, it's just your two companions who get like half their health knocked out in a single attack.
yeah.
All right then. Nothing else happened on day 20. Day 29. Anything y'all are looking to do? Y'all are about a day out now from Daggerford, according to the folks traveling with you.
Nothing from me.
No.
All right, in that case, let's go ahead and move on. Nothing else happens that day. But give me a perception check, Aveline.
18.
You do notice anytime, whether it's like when the group stops at night or when you're traveling along through the day, it seems like somebody from that group of three wagons at the front, somebody up there always seems to be keeping an eye on y'all in your wagon. Though it's sometimes different people. Oftentimes you recognize it as that guy you've had conversations with, but it seems as if y'all are almost under surveillance from that group.
Alright, I'll let Ray know that that group's been keeping a watchful eye on us. I guess we'll
Yeah,
try and make sure we don't do anything too suspicious.
I did have the thought too. I wasn't sure how I'd really go about it, but I feel like regardless if you had told me that or if I was perceptive, the guy was really pushy and nosy and asking a lot of questions. We should try to find better security measures for our caravan if we want to either find a way to kind of booby trap it ourselves, or I don't know what our surroundings are, but anyway, it's so that we either can't get ambushed or like to ensure that we know they're not getting in, or hell, even if they can see into our caravan at all, like curtains and shit. 'Cause it's just annoying at this point. They're just there's something going on, something nosy people.
Remind me, is survival is a skill, right? That y'all have?
Yeah.
How about each of y'all give me a survival check?
I don't even know what my
Oh, two
survival is.
19s. Both of y'all are well aware of a couple different means of sort of traps or even just like little alarm systems that you can make. Aveline would have made several of these when she was sleeping alone on the streets, where you essentially tie a couple cans or boxes or something like that together around your perimeter so that if anybody steps through, it just makes a loud noise. And Ray would have done so as well. She knows a couple different sort of magical traps that were taught to her when she was in the Feywild to sort of keep her well aware if there were any sort of dangers in the area around her. So y'all are welcome to set those up around the perimeter when y'all are getting ready to go to sleep.
Okay. Now if I have my familiar out and I go to sleep, does my familiar still stay conscious or no?
Think so, because it's not a concentration spell. It's a separate entity.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it could.
Okay. I'll when we go to bed, I'll have my owl come out and I'll have him fly really high up in the sky. He has dark vision for 120 feet.
Okay. Since you're
Oh.
unconscious, he won't be able to communicate with you or anything like that.
He can't wake me up or anything.
Nope. I mean, he could fly down and wake you up. Think of it like in this instance, it would be very similar to an actual animal companion. That's like he's just there. He's his own entity.
He exists.
He does exist.
I could have the owl just high up into the sky. Hiding? I don't know. 120 feet. Sounds pretty far.
That is quite far. Yeah, up in the night sky, it would go unseen by any but the most keen eyes.
We'd still be doing shifts, so even if like you're asleep for a bit of time, it needs to fly down while you're on a shift.
I can
Yeah,
keep it
you'll
up
still
there
be
and then it can.
Yeah, while you're on shift, you'd be able to do the share senses and stuff like that, as long as you're close enough.
He has to be within 100 feet to share senses.
Okay.
So I'm at 120 feet, and then if he
Either
sees anything, he just flies down a little bit and tells me.
okay. We'll say that y'all start to make a habit of doing that going forward. But on day 29, y'all don't recognize anything. And when day 30 rolls around, just before lunchtime, y'all begin to see the city of, or well, I should say the town of Daggerford approach up on just across a river. Let me pull up the map. Believe it or not, this place has a really decent map that I found online. So this will be fun. Oh. There
it goes. Well, that is pretty neat.
Right? That's a pretty good one. Not often you find maps with this much detail. Okay, so as you'll approach, you can sort of see in the bottom right, it gives you a sense of the direction you're coming from. So y'all are coming from the south along the tradeway. Y'all's wagons cross the river. Daggerford's now over to your right. Y'all essentially come to these caravan grounds that are right outside the river. The caravans themselves are not allowed into town. So everybody's going to have to sort of leave their goods behind and whatnot. But the caravan leaders, the leaders of the various different wagons, have agreed that y'all be staying for the rest of today and tomorrow to restock up on supplies before making the final trip to Waterdeep. So y'all will be here for what I'm going to essentially call it like 5 rotations. I'm going to let y'all pick where y'all would like to go, and we can just sort of role play from there. Afternoon of day 1, evening of day 1, and then morning of day 2, afternoon of day 2, evening of day 2. So totally up to y'all. I sort of just left as like just a creative space, what your characters would want to do. I've got a couple of ideas of things that are going to happen. There's some people y'all are definitely going to meet at some point or another, but y'all tell me what areas would kind of interest y'all in the town, and we'll go from there.
If Aaron came with us, how long can he be in like his human form?
Only usually a couple seconds before he goes back into deer form.
So we definitely should have at least one person staying with him at all times, right?
If I put my magical hat on him,
No, not gonna work. You've also attuned with that magic item, so it only works with you now.
that would have been pretty funny though. I just make him a smaller
Yeah.
deer.
I mean, you can have him wear the hat, but he'll just be a deer with a hat.
That does sound pretty good.
That's it. That does sound pretty good.
Well, I won't. Yeah, someone will have to stay with him unless he can come into town. Be a spectacle.
That definitely wouldn't be a good idea. I already have too many targets on our back. What if we all rolled? Whoever got the lowest had to stay.
Up
I
to you.
don't know what else we'd want to decide. Any thoughts?
Yeah.
Huh.
How many days or actions do we get into town?
5 total. 2 in the first day, and then 3 in the second.
Someone's gonna get screwed. Few things my character wants to do, but I guess I can take 2 days, 2 actions worth.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll stay with him first because I know like Aveline probably a lot more creative in scouting out. You probably
There's 2 things I want to do. One's more of a nighttime action, and the other one is when the shops are open. Unless I can do them all at once.
Okay. Well, the shops will be open in the morning and afternoon. They will be closed in the evening.
Okay. I want to look for
All of these places will have hours, by the way. Some will be they'll be closed at one point or another, but they'll be open for 2.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for a magic shop, and then gonna look to see if there's any thieves guild or any action in this town to meet up with anybody, see what's going on in the underworld. If there's any
Okay.
information here.
Let's see. In terms of a magic shop, I think your best bet would probably be going to. As you ask around, they say that they don't have any sort of like town wizard or anything, but they do have several temples that you could go check out to see if any of them had anything of interest.
Okay. I'll go to the temple then.
Okay. Which one would you like to go to? So if you look at the numbers at the bottom, there's Shantae's temple. There is. Could have sworn I saw another one. Yeah, Temple of Monitor, a Shrine of Tempest, Shrine of Tamora. Those will be shrines instead of like full on temples, but still worth calling out. It looks like that would be it.
If I recall, is Timora, is that what god is that?
Give me a religion check.
I don't know. It's a god.
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
Okay. Let's go with number 4. Do I know that god?
Uh, Shantae.
It's another religion check. Or should I just blatantly say I don't know any religions?
I'm looking to see if any of these you would know from your background. You can do a religion check on that one if you'd like, because I don't think you would know about it normally.
Okay,
Don't
I
know
don't
that
know
one
it.
either. It's a temple, probably a god.
What was the other one? Shrine of.
The Temple of Montor or Shrine of Tempest.
Let's try the Shrine of Tempest.
Probably wouldn't know that one either. So religion check.
I don't know.
Mother God.
Let's try
you
that last.
you recognize from being in a city that these are shrines and temples, but you have never been a religious sort. Um, never, no God has ever come down to save you. So, in terms of fitting in, you might be a little bit the odd one out in a temple or shrine.
The last temple of something. Number 18.
Well, we've hit my 3 rule for checking out like skill checks.
Oh
So I'm just gonna
man.
say that you don't recognize any of them, and you give
I'll
up
go
at
to
that
the
point.
most grandest looking one. That one looks big and fancy.
Okay, at this place, that is going to be. Well, actually, let's just look at which ones are bigger. 4 and 18. Where's 4? We're gonna say 18 is the fanciest one, which is a monitor, right? Oh, wait, that's 18. Oh yeah, that's right. So it's this roundish off building as you sort of head down the main road. Um, and as you walk in, you see a bunch of different statues as well as a bunch of pews aligned, and a couple priests. Let me see if I have any more information on it. Oh, fun. The stone side that faces the town is covered with rosy stones and glittering quartz, creating an image of a shining sun. That's supposed to be an homage to a Montor. Um, yeah, there's a temple leader in there, as well as a few other priests wandering about.
Okay. Does it look like they would sell magic items or scrolls or anything?
It does not seem so. From first going in, um, there's no like shop or anything like that, but you're welcome to ask around if you'd like.
I'm gonna pick the most like unoccupied person, like whoever's doing like nothing.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to them and ask them. Be like, hey, really random question, but do you sell any magic stuff? Items, scrolls, etc.
An elderly priest turns around to you and says, peace be upon you, child, but no, we do not have any magical items for sale here.
Do you know if any of the other temples do?
You might be of luck at the Shrine of Tempest, but um, those are likely tools of war rather than tools of peace, and we are inherently opposed to that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your time. I'm just gonna leave. Bam.
All right,
Interaction done.
go for it.
Where's that one? 26. Quick, run.
Yep, all the way over here.
Meow. Gonna walk inside. Pick the most unoccupied person. Go up and ask them the exact same question I just did.
Okay, the building you approach is sort of a ramshackle wooden building built sort of almost built into the edge of this town, overlooking the river. Um, Inside, you can find a small shrine that's built out of a table with sort of this like wooden stone coming, or excuse me, this stone sword protruding from it. Inside, you find several individuals wearing a variety of armor, and it seems all of them have the same sigil on it, as if these might be sort of town guardsmen, um, as well as a couple people in cloaks milling about, speaking to the guards.
Walk up to most unoccupied person ever. Hey, yeah, got any grapes? No. Got any magic items or scrolls or anything for sale?
Oh, of course, as always, we're always prepared when it comes to um, some of your basic items and whatnot. What is it that you're looking for?
That's a good question. I want to look. I'm looking to browse magic items. Maybe if you have a magic rapier or dagger.
They laugh in your face and say, "Oh, sure." You seem to not be aware of the town you're in. This is a small town here. We're not going to have anything too extreme. A couple potions, some baubles, a few scrolls, if you would like, but
You
no
have
sort
any
of magic armaments.
healing potions?
Sure. They lead you over and show you a variety of different potions and elixirs that they have prepared.
I just want to buy one healing potion to replenish that.
Okay. Have I sent you the cost for those?
Nope. I
Muffin,
probably
do you have that on the top of
What?
your inbox anywhere? What the cost was for minor healing potions?
Let me. One
But yes,
sec,
I
let me
do.
look.
It's
Oh,
50.
you do have it. 50 gold. Okay. Do you have enough for that?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Yeah, you're
I'll
welcome
buy one.
to buy as you will.
Yeah, regular input's 50, and then a grader's 250.
Okay. Cool.
That ends my morning session.
Afternoon, because y'all got here
Or
in the
that's what I
afternoon.
meant, my afternoon session.
Okay. So who's staying with Aryan for the afternoon?
I'll be staying with him for the afternoon. Everyone else can go.
Well, we started in the afternoon,
Oh,
so you just were off doing stuff. So who's staying with him right now? I mean, you don't have to leave somebody behind.
I still feel like it's a good idea. But didn't you say there was something at night you wanted to do too?
yeah, I'll go at night. Late night slash very early morning. Whichever
See,
you
I'm
put
still,
that under.
I'm still fine staying with them. With it turning night, and I had no specific thing I planned on wanting to get done in town. I can just go tomorrow and browse.
Okay. Then Killcash, is there anything you want to go view in the afternoon?
Is there any weapon shops open?
There is the Town Guard Barracks you could go check out at 3. There's a smithy.
34.
Where's 3?
3. Right here. Right at the marketplace square.
Yep. So there's the smithy,
34 is also a smithy.
and another smithy at 34.
Oh, yeah, 34. Yep.
Yep. So feel free to head wherever you think appropriate.
We'll head here first.
Okay.
Now what?
As you head in, there's one somewhat older man bent over with a large sort of apron uh, as he's sort of watching two younger men go at different anvils as they're crafting swords. He seems to be chastising them.
I knock on the door and be like, hello.
He looks up from the lesson he seems to be giving the younger two men and says, customer, come on in, come on in.
I am browsing at the moment. I want to see some of your finest weapons you have.
Oh, of course, of course. What is it you're looking for? It seems you've got a quite the nice great axe there.
Thank you, thank you.
Do you mind if I see it?
Sure.
You hand it over, and despite his old age and seemingly small appearance, his arms don't budge at all as you drop the heavy axe into his hands. He sort of turns it over in his hands a couple times. He goes, "Oh yeah, this is fine work, fine work. I hate to disappoint you, friend, but we have a few goods of this quality. I don't think you're going to find anything better here, though."
Do
This
you
is
got
good steel.
Do you got anything that can compare? Might be even just as good.
Compare potentially, but nothing that's going to outdo what you've got here.
You got any recommendations for another shop? Perhaps I might have something.
No, the only other smithy in town's really designed for outfitting the barracks. They do a lot more barrack works and farmers implements and things like that. Um, Sorry to say, friend, you'll probably have to head on to onto Waterdeep to find anything better than this.
Alrighty, I appreciate your time, sir.
Of course. Anything I can get you in the meantime? You need any crossbow bolts or any other base equipment?
What are like some of the best crossbow bolts for a heavy crossbow do you have?
Let me see if that exists.
I didn't know there were specific bolts or whatever.
You know what? We'll say that he just got in a shipment of a variety of different elemental bolts.
Ooh.
So essentially just like uh, well, let's see. Yeah, we'll say they were delivered down from Waterdeep. He got a shipment in recently. And each of them have different runes on them that allow you to sort of just transmit your damage to elemental damage. There is frost, fire, and acid crossbow bolts that he has.
How much are your bolts, good sir, of any one of these?
The 5 gold pieces per.
Per?
Per.
On side note here, balls, do you know what damage they do by chance? Or
Same damage as a normal one, it just changes it to an elemental type.
so they're all the same damage.
So, yep, whereas it would normally do piercing damage, this allows you to do a different damage type.
Give me the fire.
Okay, how many do you want?
You said they're five gold pieces a piece.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do 10.
Okay. He takes your gold and mark that down that you could take 10 of that.
10 fire. Do you know the damage
as
on
a
those? Or is,
on crossbow bolts,
or is it still the same as what the heavy crossbow is?
it's the same as the heavy
Oh,
crossbow.
okay. I didn't. Okay. I see. Yeah, we're good.
Right. And as a gift and thanks for stopping by, he'll give you 2 frost bolts as well.
Ooh,
for free.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your generosity.
All right, that's going to be your afternoon. So now we've moved on to the evening of the first day. Who is somebody staying with Arun? Sab, were you saying you were going to do both shifts tonight and then just go out tomorrow? Or is Killcash going to stay?
So it's late at night now, right?
Yep.
So did they both just come back, or?
Yep, they've both come back from their little shopping journeys.
Brought back some lunch or dinner for us all.
How kind. I'm debating if it's too late for me to go out, if I should just sleep and go out the next day. I think I'll probably just do that.
Okay, so you're going to stay back with the wagons again?
How late is it?
It's just late into the evening. It's past supper now, I'd say. It's like 7 or 8 p.m. Probably. We'll say 8 or 9 p.m. actually. Like the sun's set at this point.
I guess I will go out then.
Okay. Is anybody going to stay with Arun?
Killcash has some babysit.
Say Killcash does not.
No.
Okay.
I am horrible at babysitter.
Like I said, y'all don't have to stay with him. It's up to y'all.
I'll stay with him.
Okay. In that case, let's start with Ray. Where are you going? Or where would you like to go?
I guess I should look at the map as well. I'm heading out, and paranoid, keep looking over my shoulder with all the weird other people and guards we dealt with to make sure I wasn't being followed. But the being an unfamiliar town, walking and I myself kind of seeing if I see any kind of Fey life out, because the Fae had been heavy on my mind the last few days, and then with Aaron and saying how that is kind of what has been his predicament right now. But kind of just also glancing at any shops that come by, browsing to see if there's just anything that catches my eye.
Okay. Is there anywhere in particular you're going, like direction-wise, that I can go off of? Like on the map, or if you don't want to say a specific place, like kind of where you're walking through, where you would be wandering.
Say, kind of like right here, and probably going straight through towards like the narrow, where the street kind of narrows.
Okay. Let me check a few things real quick. Okay, we'll say as you round the corner here, it's evening now, and sort of all the streets are torch lit, all the main roads, anyways. The shadows are certainly sort of creeping across the various different courtyards, and given that this is the barracks over here, you see a couple guardsmen carrying torches walking through town as well. But you could swear as you pass this building and sort of the alleys between the buildings, you see a sort of sparkling among the shadows.
Is it like straight for like where I was walking towards?
It's like between this yellow and red building, like there's a alleyway back there.
Oh, well then I'll pretend I didn't go this far, that I was maybe right approaching it. I was trying to show you which direction I was going.
Yeah, that's fine. Totally.
And I kind of creep up to it to investigate, but I still keep a bit of distance.
Okay. I will say, like, you sort of you pass the alleyway, it catches your eye, then you lean back around. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
So you peek into the alleyway, and just where you thought there was sparkling a moment ago, there's nothing but shadow.
I'll say that piqued my interest enough that I'll kind of step in between the buildings and venture a little farther.
Okay.
Something about it seemed off or maybe familiar.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As you step into the corner in the alleyway, and it sort of turns to go towards this other alleyway back here, on the ground in front of you, you spot a golden coin
Just sitting there.
just sitting there.
Oh, that feels like bait. Um, from looking at it, can I tell anything if it'd be a bad idea to touch it?
I mean, there's things you can do. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but you're welcome to do whatever you think is appropriate.
Does it have, with my Eldritch Sight, any magic abilities? Because I should
When
be able
you
to
say that, are you saying cast detect magic, or are you just doing like an arcana check on the coin?
the detect magic.
Okay.
Because I should be able to. It has a magic thing, the property of, or the school of magic and all that.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, it does give off a faint magical glow.
Can I know anything about that with my intelligence, and if I can perceive any kind of magic that it is.
Yeah, let me look up the magical schools again because I always have to remember. um, it is. It reeks of transmutation magic.
If I step past it and venture any further, do I see anything else?
As you walk past the coin and into the rest of the alleyway, there doesn't seem to be anything else.
Can I try an Arcana check? If that'll get me any information.
You're welcome to try.
Welcome to try.
On that, and with the detect magic that you've done, you've recognized during your time in the Feywilds, you actually saw a great number of these coins, despite their shiny appearance and appearance to sort of be like similar to what a gold piece might look like. This is called Fool's Gold, and it's something a number of different chaotic fey creatures trade in.
Would I know then, since it's something I'm familiar with, any kind of consequences of that?
It's just a currency.
Well, I'll say, fuck it, why not? And I guess go ahead and to pick it up. And
All right. As you pick it up, you seem to hear some snickering from down the alley.
like farther in.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing that, but playing it off like I don't, I'll just pick it up and keep it in my hand, and I'll start to turn around and go back the way that I was walking to see if there's anything else happening beyond that, see if I was going to be followed or something.
So you're walking like back out towards
Yeah.
the main area. Okay. Give me a perception check.
Oh no.
A 12. You get the sense that there are other people around, but there are other people around, so it's hard to say if it's people looking at you from across the drill field or if it's coming from the alleyways or nearby buildings or whatnot.
Well, I will say I still confidently start walking. One hand still has the coin, the other hand I'm slowly kind of moving it to like the handle of my dagger.
Okay.
I keep moving.
All right. Nothing else of consequence seems to happen for the rest of the evening.
Um. Say I'll say that I venture around and window shop and browse and stuff, and probably end up just heading back after that, keeping an eye out for anything else that seemed weird. Since obviously I knew I took some bait, and I was not sure what would come from it, but if that's it, then I'll start to head back towards my abode.
Indeed, you do seem to feel a pair of eyes on the back of your head, but every time you turn around to see a guard in the distance or somebody walking into their house as people are settling down for the night. But you can't shake that feeling.
Well, I walk back, and then right before I cross this little thing into the caravans, I kind of just flick the coin back onto the ground. leave it, and I'll walk. I don't bring it back with me.
Okay. All right, that'll be your evening kill cash. What are you getting up to?
Where's the bar?
As you can see from the list, there are several different taverns as well as breweries and ale places.
Let's see.
So
Would
let's see.
31 be
31, 31 would be one.
What about
17
20?
as soon as you walk in.
Hey,
Yeah,
yo.
Lady Luck Tavern.
But you know me, I like to pick a fight. I don't want to hit no lady. What about 29?
That is a place as well.
Alright, we're going to 29.
River Shining Tavern. All right. Where's 29? Up here. As you walk in, or as you approach building 29. Oh, wait, I should actually have. I keep trying to make up descriptions for these, but this is one of the places where they actually have a bunch of information. So I should just use that.
Say Aveline, if she was gonna be staying, say Ray would venture out with Kilcash, particularly in the mood to drink tonight, and since she was guarding all day, so I think because Kilcash should be alone in his little bunker.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say I forgot to ask if one of you guys want to take along. So
I'll say Kilcash. The thought of the drinks was probably just setting sail, and Ray just trailed behind, wanting to also drink tonight.
Oh my god, there's a lot of information there. Unfortunately, none on the Lizard's Gizzard. So I'm just gonna say, as you approach, you see sort of a sign above the entrance to this place with a big blue lizard scattered about, sort of just like as if it were crawling up on the sign. And as you walk in, you see a sort of middle-aged blue dragonborn sitting behind uh, a big fire pit where he seems to be roasting a variety of meats. Inside, you'll also find there's several tables that are about, we'll say it's about half filled in here. Seems like it's a good place for the locals where they stop by for dinner and drinks before heading home.
okay. Bartender, your strongest drink, please.
Sure thing, friend. We actually had some fire wine traded to us from Dragonspear not too long ago. You are Dragonborn. You could probably handle it, but the little lady here, you might want to go for something else.
Huh?
Aren't you and Ray together?
Yar.
She could take a glass of orange juice.
He scoffs and laughs and says, "Pour me whatever he's having."
Fire wine
All
it
right.
is. Give me the bottle.
2 fire wines it is. That'll be 3 gold pieces.
Okie doke.
I give the. This one's on me, so.
Oh, how kind of you. I'm sure the orange juice would have been cheaper than that.
Like 1 bronze piece.
Okay. Are y'all gonna drink the fire wine?
Yes.
Taking the challenge again. My goodness. Silly. All right, go ahead and roll Constitution checks then.
Where's 4? Ah, come
failed.
on.
Sab succeeds.
This is bullshit.
So Kilcash, I don't know if you just all the liquor was at the top of it or something, but you are immediately drunk as a skunk, whereas Ray seems to keep her composure for at least a bit longer.
Say Ray will start laughing and asking him how it feels to feel like the rest of us for once, with her being able to hold her own, and him, you know, probably about to be flat on his ass.
This is brewed differently. It's a lot stronger.
Maybe they got our glasses mixed up.
Doubtful.
Hmm.
Excuse me, bartender. How much is it for a bottle for the road?
Be another 3 gold.
For a bottle? Deal.
Yeah, y'all already bought a bottle.
I thought it was just for like. Yeah.
No, that was for the bottle to share between the two of you.
And then I shout. I'm trying to think of how I want to say this. Trying to figure out the best way to pick a fight. I don't want to disturb the blue dragonborn because he's cooking meat. I shout, "Who's the strongest one in here?"
To that, the blue dragonborn turns to you. Sir, I'm gonna need you to calm down. This is a restaurant, sir.
You just threat me?
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave if you continue causing a disturbance.
You started it.
No, sir. You screamed into the crowd, looking to try and fight somebody. I know the type, sir. If that's what you're looking to do, please head to one of the taverns.
You trying to tell me what to do?
In a way, sir. This is my establishment. I think I'm gonna have to ask you to leave now. And he looks to Ray and he says, "You seem to still be handling your own. Do you mind taking him out?
Yeah, yes.
Not here to cause any trouble."
I'm sorry about him. He gets like this quite often. He doesn't mean any harm. He's just a little rowdy. Come on, Kill Cash. Let's grab this bottle and let's hit the road. We'll decide what to do from there. Kind of tugging at his shoulder, pulling with me.
You're not strong enough to pull me.
Aw, womp womp. Let's go.
Are you gonna try and resist, Muffin?
Nah, I'll allow it this time. I
Alright.
look at.
Well, before you start shouting, I did consider assuming that it would be based on the roll gods challenging you to an arm wrestling match. To think of if I had any kind of advantage if you're like already seeing stars.
Yeah, I mean he has disadvantage on all checks. So
Alright,
Well, Kill.
welcome to try, but y'all have left now. If you want to do it back at camp, I'll let y'all roll off if you want.
Next tavern.
No,
Okay.
at this point, y'all have had your food. You've had some drinks.
Boo.
It's about time that y'all head back to camp and start your shifts, getting ready for the next day.
I'll say as we're leaving,
Good.
he's like, another tavern. I'm like, yeah, buddy, we're going, and I just start slowly back. I'm like, we're almost there.
Do I find a random straggler I can punch in the face?
Sure.
Not a town's guard, just a regular, I'll see I see someone in an alley. He gave me a weird look.
Okay. How do you want to do that?
I feel like it's gonna be someone we're gonna end up meeting later.
I see him. He locked eyes with me. Like, what are you looking at, fucker? I go after him to run up to punch him in the face.
He just points at himself. Me. All right, roll to hit.
Oh, this is fun.
With disadvantage. Because you're drunk. Drunk as a skunk.
So 9.
A 9 does hit. Roll for damage.
What would damage for a fist be?
I think it's 1 plus your strength modifier.
So, like 1d what?
It's just 1 damage plus your strength modifier.
Oh, so 5.
Okay. You deal 5 points of damage. You knock him unconscious. Upon which a passing guard by begins screaming for reinforcements. They all wrestle you to the ground, and you spend the rest of the night in the clink.
Hey, in my defense, he looked at me funny.
He definitely didn't.
He did. He gave me the stank eye.
All right, so Ray, you're gonna have to return to camp without Killcash, unfortunately.
I would like the thought of me turning up intoxicated with the bottle that Killcash bought to bring back for him, kind of giggling, and Aveline probably be like, "Where's he at?" I'm like, but yeah.
Yeah, he hit some fast burn. Now he'd spend the night in jail.
Or no, not even that. She'll be like, "What happened?" And I'll be like, "What do you think happened?" And then she kind of already knows.
At the jailhouse.
Yeah.
Jail.
Some questionable looks, allegedly. He's gonna be
Allegedly.
when he wakes up in there in the morning, he's gonna be pissed off. But he's got his bottle of liquor. That will be a way to replace it with something.
Fill with some water.
Hey, he was on his ass
Might be
after
good for him.
so it was this. This has got some of the good stuff in it.
Is Aveline gonna have a sip?
No.
Okay.
Aveline's
Save
on
it for
a
later.
mission. What time at night do they return?
They've gone back around like midnight or so.
Alright, I'm gonna pop out. I'm not gonna sleep yet.
Hey, at the caravan.
Okay. We'll count this as what you're doing in the morning
Yeah.
then.
I won't be doing anything the next day. I'm just gonna probably sleep and stand guard.
Okay. Then what is it you'd like to do in the morning?
I'd like to look for any thief markings. Any thieves can't or thieves can't.
Sure enough, right when you come into town, at the Lady Luck Tavern, scrawled on one of the sides of the wall next to the marketplace, there is written in thieves' cant, essentially saying that this building is owned by this interim. Like, do not touch.
This one,
Perfect.
that one, this outfit.
I'm going to enter.
Okay. As you go in, it's the early morning. You see several patrons of this quote unquote tavern. Mostly a bunch of men leaving the Lady Luck Tavern, and a bunch of beautiful women sort of waving them on their way as they exit the premises. Inside, you see that there's not only a bar, but sort of a whole area inside
Yes.
just meant
Ew.
for enjoyment, with a stage, several luxurious couches,
Muffin Man.
as well as a beautiful fountain in the corners, and several other booths for people to sit and enjoy themselves. So, given the early hour, it's quite empty for the most part.
What we need.
Okay.
Gotta have.
She goes out spirit box. Wait, what?
Is there like
Is it spirit
a
box?
Yes, spirit
bar
box, some
person
air.
or somebody running the place?
There is. There's a older woman, sort of moving around, cleaning, from sort of the festivities from the night before.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate the lurky as being here. I have the highest sanity.
Any waiters or waitresses around?
No, just the couple of folks I already mentioned that are sort of milling about.
Okay. I'm gonna go sit down at a relatively nice area.
Okay.
If anybody will come serve me.
The woman who's sort of walking around cleaning goes, "Oh, sorry, sweetie. We're closed now. Is there anything we could do for you?"
Yes, I'm looking for some information.
Oh, okay. Well, we do have quite a few people come in. Always
So, how
willing
long
to
have you
share
been here?
information
And
for the
how are the
right
restaurants
price.
around here? Are they good?
What is it
Bad?
you're looking
Eh?
for?
Marcy, we gotta go! I'm sorry! Got 17.
I'm going to. Going to assume I have a piece of paper or something. I want to draw out the town symbol that was on that chest
Mhm.
and ask if she recognizes this symbol.
She squints at it for a moment and says, no, I'm afraid I don't. Seems it's more of a rough outline. Did you get a better view at it?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, if you get a better view at it, you're welcome to come back.
Okay. Do you know anything about the passing caravans outside?
She looks around nervously and says, "Well, what business would you have with that?"
I'm going to quietly, lower my head, have her lower her head. I was like, what business does Zentarm have with the caravan outside?
At this point, you hear the plodding of feet coming from over in an area from one of the booths behind you, and you hear a familiar voice who, a female sort of scratchy voice, speaks up and says, "Well, if it isn't my favorite city rat."
Yes. And if it
And
isn't my favorite savior.
a a gnome wearing sort of black leather armor walks up behind you and just leans on the couch that you're sitting on and says, "Well, fancy meeting you here. I figured you'd be halfway across the Sword Coast by now. What are you doing up this way?"
Well, that's a good question. Helping out some people with some cultist.
Her face goes from a smile to just deadly serious, emphasis on deadly.
Yeah.
And she just gives you a sort of curt nod and waves you and said, "Why don't we go talk in one of the rooms?" And she looks up to the woman you were talking with, who sort of points you over down an alleyway and says, "Second room on the right should be free. I'll make sure nobody bothers y'all." To which y'all proceed and go back into that room and close the door. And she says, "Cultists, you say? And what would you know about that?"
Well, so I do know. I don't want to. I do know the cultists worship the dragon, right? Or is that not something my character knows?
Um,
I just know cultists.
how about you just give me a history check for what you would know generally about the
That's from
cult of the
being with
dragon?
the group.
Well, no, because
I got none. Don't look
it
at
would
the
have
nat
been.
20.
I don't know if anybody. Huh? You got a nat 20?
No, I said don't look at the nat 20. It's the 9.
Oh, gotcha. 1 second. You got a 9, you said?
Yeah.
So you're vaguely familiar with people talking about the cults of the dragon. You know that they worship dragons. They've historically often tried to um, raise like lich dragons. But you know from sort of both your run-in with the cult members as well as running into this group, they certainly seem to be getting a lot more active recently.
Yeah, so I'll yeah, well, I made it over to whatever that town was. I met up with them. That I was supposed to go meet with somebody. I met up with this group and Yeah, they were looking at these cultists, which is some information I gathered, and then I proceeded to make my way back to Baldur's Gate, which I shouldn't have done. And I no longer have your coin because
Hmm?
what's her face took it.
Somebody took your coin from you. That's awfully dangerous.
She said I didn't need it anymore because I was officially in.
You're joining. You're joining this interim.
Yeah.
She goes, oh well, this is a cause for celebration. She goes back out in the hallway and asks for a bottle of wine to be brought in. She said, well, why didn't you lead with that? My goodness. No need to be cagey about it anymore. I could certainly use some help, and I've got some information for you, but you haven't been initiated yet, have you?
I just had my coin taken. I was told, okay, you're good, and was on my way.
Oh, well, here she hands you a bag that has about 10 of the Zentrum coins in.
Okay.
Here you go. These can always be used as sort of a sign um, of association with the organization, as well as you can use it as a currency for certain vendors. They'll accept it as essentially owing a favor to the organization. Do try to use them sparingly, as some of the favors we get asked are quite difficult to achieve at times. So be sparing with those. Um, this happened in a great place. We actually have quite the presence here. Why don't you follow me?
Okay.
And she takes the bottle of wine that was just delivered and leads you to the back of the hallway, where she presses sort of a plank next to her, and the cupboard in front of you all of a sudden opens up to reveal a hidden door, where you then march downstairs, down some steps, and into a dank stone room that's lit from torches, and there are several cages lying about. Um, he says, "You're just lucky enough to find us to be able to do initiation in a Zentrum organization building. Um, have you gotten your flying snake then yet? I assume not."
I'm just gonna stare at her and be like, um, no? Question mark.
Um, she gives a little whistle, and out of her bag that she had sort of looped across her back, um, this little snake with wings comes out. Let me get a picture of one of them.
Oh.
She says, "Now be careful with these. They are pretty expensive, but near every member has one of these days. They're how we send messages to folks. So they're essentially like those messenger pigeons.
Yeah.
But these have a habit of being a little bit more stealthy. They suit our purposes quite well." Put a picture. All right. Yeah, so as you can see, they're like maybe the size of your forearm, like probably smaller than a foot long. And in the cages in front of you, you see 3 different flying snakes that you get to choose from. One is primarily orange, with black spots of scales and ruby red eyes. The second is yellow with bark brown spirals in terms of scales going down it, with molten gold colored eyes. And the final one is like a light tan color with bark brown scales in a spiral again down it, again with molten gold eyes. And that's what you were rolling for earlier.
For which roll?
Those D6s. I have a combination
Oh,
of colors, scale patterns, and eye colors that correlates
okay.
with. So I'll let you
Here.
re-roll one of them just because there were so many similar ones. If you want to re-roll that second or third one, because those overlapped quite a bit.
That was 4d6.
Yeah, 4d6. We'll get rid of the last one because it's essentially or we'll get rid of the second one.
3, 3, 4, 1.
Okay. The other one is lime green colored with forest green scales in a splotchy pattern with ruby red eyes.
I'm
So
gonna.
orange, black spots, red eyes, lime green, forest green, splotches with red eyes, or tan with bark brown, spiral with gold eyes.
I'm gonna turn to Jamna and be like, "Is there anyone you recommend, or are they all the same?"
Oh, they're all the same. We just capture them. There's a jungle down south that they're home to. We usually catch several of them and keep them with the organization. They're quite loyal though, so make sure you take care of it. They can fend for themselves, but they're not the best fighters by any means.
Trying to think. Do I want to stand out or fit in? Here, let's go with the orange one.
Okay, and again, it's primarily orange with a couple of black spots
Makes them look
and red
poisonous.
eyes. Okay, that's
Right,
the one you
people
want.
with poisonous snake. Yeah.
They're all quite brightly colored. That's just a feature of the flying snakes. All right, fantastic. Well, this is another similar to the coins. Should you ever run out of those, some people will have flying snakes, but I'd say in terms of how widely they're used, they're most often used by our organization, and for that reason, probably best you keep them hidden for the most part under your cloak or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tuck mine. I was gonna say not like a necklace, but like under some clothing. Either wrapped around one of my arms on underneath my clothes or something.
Sure.
Whichever one the snake feels comfortable with.
Yeah. You let the snake out, and your first thing to do is to give it a little bit of meat that it happily eats after you feed it. After which it sort of slithers up in a coil around your arm and just sort of hugs onto you as you move around freely.
Okay. Perfect. I got a cute little cutie on me now.
Jamna looks at you and says, "Well, now that we've got that out of the way, welcome to the Zentarum, and with that, I've got a mission for you to start off with. So why don't we head back upstairs and talk about it?"
Okay.
All right, and with that, since Sab's got to go as well, we're running out of time. Let's call it there.
Damn, old Killcash is rotting in jail.
Killcash is still in jail. Update will be for the morning and afternoon, but you'll be back out in the evening, back out on the prowl. Great. Anybody got any questions? I don't know if Sab's even still here.
I think she left.
She's
Okay.
going VC.
Am I allowed to go back to that restaurant real quick and apologize to the Dragonborn dude?
When you get out in the evening.
So next
Well,
Make
session.
it out and the next day.
Yeah, next session.
Okay. Remind me because I'll probably forget.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'll try to.
I can't think of anything else.
All right. In that case, we'll just have Aveling. You've got to name the snake at some point. So
I
make sure
will.
next session you've got a name for him. Do you have all the details down? You've got to.
I just have he's orange. I know he's orange with black spots, red eyes.
Yep, that's it. Um, yeah, I'm excited to see what you come up with. Do you want to hear what all the different color combinations were? And Sab, you're of course welcome to leave at this point. I'm just enjoying this. Cassie, do you want to hear them or no?
Yeah.
Is it more of a surprise if you don't know?
Yeah, I can know.
Okay. Primary colors were orange, yellow, tan, lime green, sky blue, or white. So It is funny that like this stealthy, sneaky organization has these snakes that are like
Brightly colored snake.
super brightly colored. In terms of like the secondary scale color they could have, it'd be scarlet, gold, bark brown, forest green, navy blue, or black. And then in terms of scale patterns, it could be in spots, rings, lines, spirals, splotches, or diamond pattern. And then for eye color, you could have ruby red, solid black, sapphire blue, emerald green, molten gold, or molten silver. Yeah.
I feel like a white snake is more common.
Yeah. I like the one you get. The orange is cute.
It's different.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely a bunch of different cool combinations in it. I was thinking, I'm like, either these combos are going to go really well together, or you're going to get one that looks like vomit and it's going to feel terrible. But that worked out pretty well, I think. No.
No.
Void's mad he didn't get a pet.
Oh,
Oh,
Aw.
oh.
you're just mad, dude.
How come I don't
Right.
get a snake?
Because I'm pretty sure that's what you call your like robo dick, and it falls off all the time.
Oh, fun
Can't
fact.
can't have you lose that.
I was reading more into my character.
Mhm.
All Warforged are genderless.
Really,
You have
Yep.
both.
that's interesting.
So all this talk about me having a robo dick is 100% not even
Not canon.
possible.
It's
Yeah.
not canon.
You just you created it yourself and you stuck it there to fit in with everybody else.
Wanted to look more like your one true love, Jin Zik, so you added it after that.
Yeah, I added like, well, I was reading some of the Eberron books, so like I picked like my hometown and like